Many people thought that this day would not come. As far as I'm concerned, it could not have come sooner. What's going on? It's your man, Diamond K, of course, in here, RadiantFire.com, thediamondkshow.com. And we are on the eve of Donald Trump leaving office. And he's leaving office as a failure. And we're going to talk about why he's a failure, as if you didn't already know. When you talk about Washington, D.C., if you take a look at Washington, D.C., it's not an exaggeration to say that it looks like a war zone right now. I mean, it might as well be Baghdad, Afghanistan, or Iraq. There are more troops in Washington, D.C. right now because of Donald Trump than there are overseas. Syria, any of those places combined, there are more U.S. troops in the nation's capital right now. Everyone has a definition of making America great, right? The president is leaving office right now, Donald Trump, with the lowest approval ratings of any modern U.S. president. Worse than Nixon, worse than Jimmy Carter. Currently, his approval rating is at 29%. Jimmy Carter was at 33% when he left, and you know, people were really not happy with him, right? So by all accounts, Donald Trump is leaving office as a failure in a lot of ways, despite the amount of policies or judges that he put in. Historically, when people look back at his presidency, they're going to look at a failure. The economy in shambles. The fact that Trump ignored science, didn't move fast enough with regards to the coronavirus. He kept saying that it was something that was going to go away magically. It was just one person. It was 15 people. All of these things, which led to this delayed response. When you talk about the vaccine rollout, that has been a disaster, an epic failure. When you talk about him building the wall, which he ran on, not even 20 miles of wall has been built on a 2,000-mile stretch. Talked about Mexico was going to pay for it. Mexico didn't pay for nothing, right? Talked about he was going to have a health care plan, 2 weeks, 2 days, couple months. Never came up with a plan. Never. This is just some of the basic things. There's so much more. When you look at what happened to the U.S. Capitol, the capital of this country, disrespected because of the lies of this guy, Donald Trump. Epic failure. Now, this is not his first mess up. It's not his first failure. All you got to do is look at Atlantic City. Look at some of his business. Look at Trump Steaks, Trump Airlines, Trump University. There's been a lot of failures in the wake of Donald Trump. Political failure, yes. He's leaving office. Republicans, for the most part, don't want anything to do with him. You look at somebody like President Barack Obama. He left office, high approval ratings, and his party wanted him involved, campaigning for people because his name mattered, because he was a success. Republicans are not going to want Donald Trump involved. Donald Trump is toxic. Like Rick Wilson said, everything that Trump touches dies. So I guess we can hope for the future. Him leaving the office is the best thing for the country and the world, no doubt. The symbol of democracy in this country, the Capitol, is something that the insurrection that was caused by Donald Trump, promoted by Donald Trump. For months, he had been talking about this day and the insurrection that came a few minutes after his speech, maybe an hour after his speech, shows you how little regard he has for this country. He didn't expect to win when he was running against Hillary Clinton, and he won. I'm not even going to go down and talk about Russian involvement or anything like that. He didn't expect to win. He won, and I am just glad to see him go. He started out with lies about how big his inauguration was. That was a lie. And he continued. The lies continued over and over and over again. And so now that he is leaving, and people are going to be able to take a look back at the failures of this president. Coronavirus, COVID-19 is something that we're going to have to deal with for some time to come. But let's remember this. His failure to heed warnings about coronavirus, his failure to act quickly, set into motion a domino effect that has crippled this economy. Right now, people, for the most part, are working remotely because of this pandemic. And while he did not start the pandemic, his reaction to the pandemic has been horrible. Mitch McConnell has even admitted, and I don't think that is really news breaking for him to admit this, because everybody that has seen it knows it to be true. But Mitch McConnell says that Trump provoked the Capitol attack with his lies. The Senate is preparing for an impeachment trial. Do you think that the Republicans really want to have a Senate trial for their standard bearer, for the leader of the Republican Party for many years? But that is just how much of a failure Donald Trump has been. These are the words of the soon-to-be Senate minority leader, but currently he's a Senate majority leader. Donald Trump provoked the violent attack on the U.S. Capitol, by feeding his supporters a steady stream of lies about the election that he lost. Right? We're on the verge of Joe Biden becoming the next president. Mitch McConnell, who I don't think anybody likes, once was one of Trump's most powerful allies on Capitol Hill. And now things have really, really turned. The mob was fed lies, Mitch McConnell said, on the Senate floor. Trump supporters who stormed the Capitol, killed a police officer, others. They were provoked by the president and other powerful people, and they tried to use fear and violence to stop a specific proceeding of the branch of the federal government. If this is not a failure of a presidency, this has to be and should be a lesson to many people, all Americans. We cannot elect someone who is not qualified to be its leader. We can't do that. We almost lost everything. Tomorrow, President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris will be sworn in. We will have a safe and successful inauguration right here on the west front of the Capitol. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow. Radio on Fire broadcast. This countdown will start at 11 a.m. And I am excited. We don't know what's going to happen with regards to the reaction in Washington, D.C. and around the country. But I encourage you to tune in. And we're going to really talk about this in the days, the months, and the years to come. The failure of this one-term president, Donald Trump, as I said, leaving the White House as a political failure. The Trump brand, toxic. Many businesses not wanting to rub elbows. Banks not wanting to do business with him. Politicians not wanting to do business with him. Failure. One term, Donald Trump. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire, of course. If you miss any episodes of the program, you can go type in The Diamond K Show wherever you get your podcasts, hit the like and subscribe button, and all of that good stuff. I will be back here tomorrow, 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. for our inauguration countdown. It is some exciting times that we live in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.